Much is being said about Gaza or the Gaza Strip. What is the Gaza Strip? Well, it's a piece of land in southwestern Israel, right up against the Mediterranean Sea. It's not a very big piece of land. It runs about 25 miles north to south, and it's 6 to 9 miles wide, depending on where. Yet it's home to around 2 million Palestinian people who live there. Now, the history is a little complicated. When Israel was first founded in 1948, the Gaza Strip was occupied by the Egyptian army, and the Egyptians ruled over it for the first 20 years or so of Israel's existence. But then in 1967, there was the Six-Day War, where Egypt and other countries attacked Israel. Israel fought back, won the war, and in so doing, one of the things that they did was they liberated the Gaza Strip, and the Gaza Strip became Israeli territory. And Israeli people began to move into that area, build homes, build towns and settlements. So there were both Arab Palestinian people living there, and there were also Israelis living there at the same time. That ended up being something that the world and the Palestinians were very unhappy about. And there was constant friction. And so there was a great cry for land for peace. Israel, if you would give back this land, then you could have a lasting peace in your country. And eventually, in 1993, there was an agreement called the Oslo Accords. Israel, with many countries of the world, came together and said, okay, here's the deal. We will maintain sovereignty over the entire land of Israel. And our military will have the right to defend and to work in any part of Israel. But the parts of Israel that are predominantly Arab Palestinian, the Gaza Strip, and the West Bank, which is much larger, those can be ruled over by an organization of the Arab Palestinians called the Palestinian Authority, the PA. And so then in 1993, Israel granted day-to-day administration of the Gaza Strip and West Bank to the Palestinian Authority, and they began to rule over it starting in 93. Now, that relationship wasn't easy, okay? It was complicated. The Palestinian Authority and the Israeli government have never been friends. There's a lot of friction, but they do manage a difficult working relationship together. Well, they did. Then in 2007, civil war inside the Gaza Strip broke out. At that time, you had the Palestinian Authority, the people that were ruling in the name of the Palestinian Authority there, but they were attacked by people from the terrorist group Hamas. Hamas attacked them, waged war on them, killed them, and Hamas took over the Gaza Strip. And so it went from being a place that was being ruled by the Palestinian Authority, that Israel had a complicated, difficult working relationship with, to being ruled over by Hamas, people who are committed to the destruction of Israel and the murder of its citizens. Well, Israel said, look, with difficulty we can deal with the PA, but there's no way we're going to deal with Hamas. These people are committed to our destruction. And so Israel put a blockade around it. Now, when I say a blockade, that doesn't mean nothing got through. Israel actually provides food, water and electricity to that area. And Israel allows food supplies and all of the necessary supplies to go in. But it says everything has to be checked so that Hamas cannot constantly be importing weapons to attack and destroy us. And so since 2007, Gaza has been there, ruled by Hamas. 2 million people living in a land ruled over by the most vicious imaginable terrorist group. What a horrible thing for those people. And it's a horrible thing for Israel, because now they have this area in their country that's ruled over by people who are their most dire enemies and who are constantly shooting rockets out of them. And then, as we know recently, came pouring out of their perhaps 1,500, we're not sure how many terrorists came pouring out of there, not to engage in war, but to engage in slaughter of the civilian population of Israel. So Hamas rules the Gaza Strip today. Please pray for Israel and pray for those Palestinians who are trapped there under the rule of Hamas, a pretty terrible terrorist group. Thank you.